Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. has said in recent interviews, and I believe on Twitter as well, it says as well, that his son, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., is looking to rematch Sergio Martinez, and it's looking like that fight is looking likely to happen on November 17th in Texas at super middleweight. Now, Chavez Jr., I don't think he's fought since he lost to Canelo Alvarez, where he didn't do anything in that fight. He literally just stood still. I know Sergio Martinez hasn't fought since he lost to Miguel Cotto. I think he blew his knee, or he's never had a great knee, but he done damage to his knee, I believe, in that fight, and was pretty much beaten pillar to post in that fight, and he retired pretty much after that. So they're looking at doing a rematch. How many years was it 2012 or 2013 when they had the fight? I think it was 2012 when they had the first fight, where Sergio Martinez did everything but stop Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. for the first 11 and a half rounds, and the 12th round got dropped. Heavy enough, but he survived, he stuck it, and he won a UD. Now, Sergio Martinez hasn't fought in 4 years, and he has recently said that he started back training in anticipation for this fight. I have seen a few clips of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. in training. Does this fight really, if it gets made, really, does it compel me? Do I think it's compelling viewing? Not really. I mean, you've got one guy in Martinez who I don't think he's ever fought at super middleweight. I don't think he has anyway. And he's been out of the ring for 4 years. Has a bad knee. I'm not sure how old he is. He's got to be well in his 40s. You got Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., who, I mean, my God, the guy hasn't got an ounce of talent in him. He was huge. He still is huge, to be fair. But he was huge at middleweight. Absolutely massive. I don't know how he was ever able to make that weight. Guy's a freaking cruiserweight. And he's a huge super middleweight too. And he was winning his fights just purely based on the size of him. But then when you get fighters who have skill, like a Canelo Alvarez, like a Sergio Martinez back in 2012, you saw what happens. He gets beaten fairly comprehensively. I know he lost to Fonfara. That was a light heavyweight, and Fonfara would be a bit more similar in size than Chavez Jr. So, the whole kind of overpowering tactics that he used, they didn't work against, Fonfara, because he wasn't as big, but he was just big enough that he could get around it. So it didn't work with him. But going into this fight, that's basically what you have. You have an untalented, huge super middleweight, and you have a guy who's well in his 40s. I think Martinez is in his 40s now. I could be wrong. I'm not sure what age he is, but I'm sure he is. Who hasn't fought in 4 years. And the last time he fought, he was beaten by Miguel Cotto, who was a blown up welterweight. So, you get two guys here really not in the peak of their careers. Who would I go for in that fight? I really don't know. I mean, it might be good. It genuinely might actually be a good fight, because they're just so... There are points in their careers where they have nothing left to give, so why not just, make a bit of money? I think it might be a cash-out fight. I honestly thought the Canelo fight was a cash-out fight for Chavez Jr., but, this might be it too. Chavez Jr., he is what he is. I know, as far as I believe, I think he lost money. I think he got money robbed off him, pretty much straight after the Canelo fight, so Chavez Jr. doesn't strike me as being very bright. He really doesn't. And, Martinez must think to himself, you know what, I wasn't at my prime when I beat this guy before. Yeah, I'm not at my prime now. But he's took a few beatings in the last few years. He's coming off inactivity. I could probably beat this guy now. I'm sure that's what Martinez is thinking. I'm sure if they wave enough money in front of him, he'll say, you know what, I beat this guy once, I can beat him again. But, if the fight happens, yeah, I'll watch it. Just for the curiosity, just to see what happens, because I think it could be a good fight. Is it compelling viewing? Not really. You're going to see one old guy and one, rich kid, basically, fight each other again. And then one guy is well past his prime. One, I don't think he ever had a prime. So that's kind of what you're going to see. But yeah, it might be fun to watch. So those are my thoughts on this fight. It's not really been much boxing news as of lately. I know I've seen the Bellew and the USAC press conference. It was good. I mean, it was alright. It was nothing really compelling that made me want to, do a review on it. I haven't actually seen the Carl Frampton, Josh Warrington press conference yet. I'm going to have a look at that. I'm actually going to do a video later on in the evening maybe about next few hours anyway. I'm gonna have to record it. It's not going to be about boxing. It's going to be more about kind of me myself, because I've been doing a lot of like looking over on the like analysts on my channel and seeing kind of where all the views are coming from. Is actually pretty incredible. Like, there's people from all around the world who watch these videos, and it's for such a small channel. That's pretty incredible. So I think it's only fair that you know a little bit about me. I'm going to give a little bit away. I'm very private, but I'm going to give a little bit away. I'm also going to give a little story about just me, and kind of, I'm not going to say some of my failures, but kind of just what I like and some of the things I've done, and just advice for anyone out there. So stay tuned for that. I have to record it. I'm going to try and keep that one short, which is not too easy because I do like talking. Like, this video is already 6 minutes nearly. I didn't plan on it being longer than 3 or 4. But I'm going to try and record the next video the next hour or two, and try and keep it as long as, or just try and not keep it as long as I can. But that's coming up later on, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, you know, video's been getting some good responses lately, so I'm happy for that. Thanks everyone, and these are my thoughts on this fight, and leave yours down below.